It's a rough ride aboard a 737 on descent to New Orleans. A violent thunderstorm has caught the pilots off guard.
Ask the flight attendants to take their seats.
Flight attendants, please take their seats.
Suddenly, less than 17,000 feet from the ground, the flight becomes all the more terrifying.
We've lost power on the engines. I've got nothing.
The plane has enough speed to glide, but not for long. It will rapidly lose altitude as it does. The crew has only one option left.
I guess I'm gonna have to make a ditching here, sir.
They must take their chances and put the plane down on the water.
Tackle 110, roger. Whatever you need to do, sir.
And that was about the last communication with the tower. Then we were like 1,500 feet when that was going on.
Dardano plans to put the plane down in the canal directly ahead of him.
Okay. There.
Put it down softly.
The 737 can only stay in the air for another minute. As Dardano looks for a safe stretch of canal to drop the plane in, another option appears.
Look at that one over there.
And then Lopez saw the levee parallel to the canal that we were making the approach on.
Can you put it down on the grass?
Yes, boss.
The levee is much shorter and narrower than a runway, but it looks safer than the water.
That's where we're going to go in?
You got it, my friend. Okay, put the gear down. All right.
But Captain Dardano is still flying towards the water. To have any hope of landing on the levee, he needs to make a sudden and dramatic course correction. That requires a risky maneuver known as a side slip.
So we just had to do a little bit side slip to get into position to make a perfect landing.
It's a move meant for small planes and gliders, not a 47-ton Boeing 737. But it's a risk he has to take.
Agarrate, papá.
Only 700 feet separate the plane from the ground. Without engines, the pilots have no thrust reversers to slow the plane when it touches down. Dardano has an additional challenge. With only one eye, he's unable to gauge depth as he speeds towards the narrow rain-soaked strip of grass. There's a high cement wall in front of the levee and a steep embankment on the left. There may not be enough room to land.
Watch out for the wing on that side.
I see it. Come on. Aquí te tengo, baby. Aquí te tengo.
Very good. Very good. Very good, sorry.
El aterrizaje fue espectacular. El avión
The landing was
aterrizó.
spectacular. The plane landed so smoothly. There wasn't even a bit of turbulence.
No hubo ninguna ni media turbulencia.
A perfect
Un aterrizaje
landing.
perfecto.
We had to put one of the, let's say, one of the generators on the line to work with the APU. I don't know if he did it because he knew it or he did it because God help us, but he put the right one in it.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why. Because when we were landing on the emergency with the engines off, we got the landing gear down because that system was working.
So if
And
he had turned the wrong system on,
We probably didn't have the time to get the landing gear down. But anyway, we're
So
doing
everything
this.
worked in your favor.
We're doing this, and he's starting the engines and all that. We're coming up on 5,000 feet, and I already talked to the girls in the back. Everybody was okay, but prepare for crash landing, all right? Because I told them, and they prepared the cabin and all that. 5,000 feet, and he say, "Okay, I got both engines running." And tell the co-pilot, tell the controller that we have power back, and we're requesting vectors to New Orleans. And okay, New Orleans here and there, TACA 110, recover engines. And they say, okay, TACA 110, maintain, I don't remember what heading he say, I'm 5,000 feet. But that time I'm coming out of the weather, I start looking swamps all over around, okay? And when I say it's 5,000 feet and I got power on the engines, both engines went into overheat alarm, fire alarm.
So you have to shut it down now because they're
Again.
overheating. Again.
We burned one of the engines, and the other one, the procedure is to pull the power back. If they don't silence the alarm, then you just have to shut it down. If they continue, you shoot the fire bottles, okay? But after we shut it down, they quiet. But then, okay, now with that 5,000 feet, swamps, the engines already not have any opportunity to restart the engines. That's when I told this guy, I say, okay, now you better put your seatbelt on and tie it up because this is it. But then it's something that I've been telling all my life that happened, at least to me, that when I start looking around and trying to find where to put the airplane, 50 miles away or something like that, I saw this little canal. There is the international water canal out of New Orleans that it goes around the coast, and it looks beautiful for me. And only you can see the little tiny buildings around, and that was it. You don't have any other place to go. And something that I say is God telling me, there, go there. Yeah.
It looks perfect. Just fly there.
From that point, we make, let's say, an ILS. We never change the route, and we never change the altitude or the profile on the profile, gliding profile, until we were 1,000 feet over the ground. But that time, I was sure that I was going to put
Land
the
in the
airplane.
river.
No, but in the river, yes. Okay. When the co-pilot jumped to me and he said, "Hey, we can land over there." That was the levee. And I say, the landing gear won't come out. Okay. And the guy in the back said, "Yes, it will." This is a CRM, okay, but you better see that CRM on backwards and all that, the Spanish kind of deal going on. And he said, yes. I say, okay. When I say okay, he knew, okay, that I was landing gear down, okay. And I was with the speed brake on my hand. And I told the other guy, okay, flaps, full flaps. And I pulled the speed brake, got from this direction to this direction, a little bit like that, a little bit side slip towards the end there was a wall here with cables, and I got the airplane this way and jumped it a little bit, and then we landed. But we did it, and I was talking to the airplane that time, I got you, baby, I got you, baby. And the other guy say, be careful, the wind tip. I say, I got it. So we jumped on it. Beautiful landing. I mean, when I say beautiful landing, it was a beautiful landing. I'm not kidding.
It was a beautiful landing.
And this is the first time I'm landing this thing on a grass field, okay? And we landing here, and the other guy start laughing at me, and he say, wow.
We did it.
We did it, and we are crop duster pilots and all that. So I say, hold it, we haven't finished. I mean, the airplane's still running on the grass,
Yeah.
So finally we stop. I got the speed brakes down, and I say, okay, let's evacuate. And this guy comes and he say, no, we don't need them. I say, you know how gringos are. They're going to start blaming on me. Something happened, that why we don't finish all that thing. It wasn't necessary. No. But
It was
we
not
did.
necessary because you didn't have power, there was no electricity.
No, something, no crash or no something.
But you have to do the protocol, right?
Well, it's up to the captain. I can really stay like that. But you know how the people feel in the back of that the situation?
They're scared,
They're scared and all that. So I say, I don't know. We did it. This is another funny part. When I talk to the mic and I say, okay, let's do the emergency, you can open all the doors and all that. This lady, I hear the toboggan of the door going like that. So I turn around, I'm talking here, I see the toboggan disinflating or inflating, and I saw a lady going jump.
Jumping on the
Jumping,
slider.
but she didn't wait to the toboggan was on the ground. When the stewards opened the door, she
just-
runs in her back and she just jumped over. So we were so lucky that by the
didn't
time the
break.
toboggan is disinflated and got straight and start coming down, she was flying and they land together. I said, Jesus Christ, she can be dead by now, you know.
Oh wow, that's
So everything happened there, and the rain catch us, and
it was
people.
still raining at this point.
At that point,
wow.
the rain catch us, and the people start talking to us and say, "Come down, get out of the airplane." I say, "It's raining."
It's raining. We're staying here.
So we stay in the airplane. I'm
Wow.
not kidding. I say, let's close the door so the airplane doesn't get wet inside. We close out the door and all that, you know, and we stay in the airplane until everything quiet down. After the
That's very
thunderstorm
fun.
went, I say, okay, let's get everything.
out.
Nobody's here. We got out of the
So
airplane.
did you went under a lot of, let's say, investigation of how
Oh,
things happen?
that's
and
like the movie. Exactly
Oh,
like
wow.
that. Yeah, that's not just
so
movie.
you got the same treatment as Sally did when it got to like evaluating every move that you
You hear
made?
the FAA, NTSB, Boeing, TACA, lawyers here, and here the pilots.
Did they ever fault you on any decision you
Not at all.
made? So yeah,
Not at all.
not at all.
Because they find that they have problems on the engines.
Oh, I see.
And that
so they
problem is-
qualified that as a failure of the engines and not
Yeah.
a pilot error,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right. Lucky. I'm still
Very
here.
good, very good. So do you